wonderful afternoon and welcome to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM. First, the headlines. New terror group Mahmuda emerges in north central Nigeria, kills over 15 vigilantes, others. Atiko's coalition, Arewa Youth says Atiko's coalition is a gathering of political orphans. Our Federal leader, Fashionati, declares satisfaction with Tinubu's performance. From the Africa Sin, former credit Susei boss Tijane Thiam to run for president in Ivory Coast. And on the foreign scene, U.S. strike on Yemen fuel ports kills at least 38. And in entertainment, Yabojo reunites with ex-husband Ademidun for daughter's traditional wedding. In sports, Europa League semi-final fixture confirmed. Now the news and details. I am Richard Ekpo. Welcome. Let's begin with reports that a new terrorist group known as Mahmuda has emerged in north central Nigeria, leaving a trail of destruction and death. The group recently attacked a vigilante group in Kemanji, killing over 15 members and villagers. According to sources, the militants have been operating in the Kainji Lake National Park area, terrorizing local communities and engaging in illegal activities. The Mahmuda group is believed to be a breakaway faction of Boko Haram and its leader claiming to be a moderate Islamist. However, their actions have caused widespread fear and displacements among local residents. The group has also been accused of kidnapping, extortion, and forced labor, with locals being forced to work on their farms and pay taxes to the militants. The emergence of the Mahmuda group has raised concerns about the growing insecurity in Nigeria and the need for urgent action to address the crisis. Meanwhile, the Arewa Youth Council has strongly criticized former Vice President Atiku Abubakar for his repeated attack on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The council described Atiku's posture as bitter, hypocritical, and driven by desperation following his decades-long unsuccessful presidential bids. According to Arewa Youth Council, Atiku's actions are unacceptable and demonstrate a lack of respect for the office of the president. The council urged Atiku to accept the outcome of the presidential election and work towards national unity. Elder statesman and leader of the Yoruba socio-political group, Afenifere Pa Reuben Fashionati, has commended President Bola Tinubu for his commendable achievements in governance. Pa Fashionati praised the president during a courtesy visit by the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Remi Tinubu, to his residence in Akure, Ondo State. According to Pa Fashionati, President Tinubu has surpassed his expectations since assuming office. A 98-year-old elder statesman expressed satisfaction with the direction of the Tinubu administration and offered prayers for the president's continued guidance and success. Fashionati commended both President Tinubu and the First Lady for their unwavering commitment to national development. The endorsement from the respected elder statesman is seen as a significant boost to the Tinubu administration. From the pace to the states, the Olubadan Advisory Council has announced the dismissal of two Mogajis, Chief Musiliu Yakini Olaoye of Baloshakiri Compound, Isaleosi, Ibadan, and Chief Razaki Funcho Ayinde Oguntobi of Olola Gungbesho Compound, Bode, Ibadan. The termination of their appointment takes immediate effect, according to a statement signed by Chief Solomon Olugbebiga Ayoade, Chief Press Secretary to the Olubadan of Ibadan Land, Oba Kinloye Owolabi Olakunle. The dismissal was approved by both the Olubadan Advisory Council and the Olubadan of Ibadan Land. The dismissed Mogajis have been warned against parading themselves as Mogajis following protests by family members and other serious infractions. And from the Africans in Ivory Coast's main opposition party, the PDCI has confirmed Tijane Thiam as its presidential candidate in the forthcoming election. Thiam, 62, a former minister and international businessman, will face off against other contenders for the country's top seats. Thiam's background includes notable directorship positions in international businesses such as Aviva, Prudential, and Credit Suisse, where he served as CEO until his resignation in 2020. A departure from Credit Suisse followed a spine scandal, which raised questions about the bank's corporate culture. Thiam has since relinquished his French citizenship to meet the eligibility requirements for the presidential election. As a presidential candidate, Thiam will seek to leverage his experience and expertise to win the presidency and shape the future of Ivory Coast. His candidacy is expected to bring a fresh perspective to the country's politics with a focus on economic development and good governance. If you're just joining us to listen to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles at Honor 103.5 FM and listen on Radio Garden at Honor FM Ibadan. We'll be back for foreign news, entertainment, and sports. To stay tuned.
Music.
The generator carry feelings for we them up.
Sport. Education, culture, impacts, information, varieties, business, entertainment. We have you covered on a 103.5 FM.
This is the news on Honor 103.5 FM. Honor FM News. Accurate, transparent, undiluted. We go deep. We bring you the news behind the news. Honor FM News. If it's new, then it's news.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is still the World News from Honor 103.5 FM, and we're going to the foreign scene. We're starting off from U.S., where a U.S. military airstrike on a few ports in Yemen has resulted in the death of at least 38 people. A strike which was carried out on a port in the city of Hodeidah also left many others injured. The port is a critical entry point for fuel and other essential goods in Yemen. The U.S. military has confirmed the strike, stating that it was targeting Houthi rebel fighters who have been launching attacks on oil tankers in the Red Sea. However, local officials and witnesses report that the strike hit a few depots, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation, with many criticizing the U.S. for its role in worsening the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. And still from the United States, the country has pledged to abandon its efforts to broker a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine within days, unless there are clear signs of progress, according to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Speaking in Paris on Friday, Rubio stated that President Donald Trump is still interested in a deal, but has many other priorities globally and is willing to move on unless progress is made. Rubio's comment marks the clearest signal yet that the White House is ready to walk away from its diplomatic attempts to negotiate an end to the war. Last month, Ukraine agreed to a U.S. proposal for a 30-day ceasefire, but the Russians rejected the plan, launching a fresh military push across the front line and increasing airstrike on Ukrainian civilians and infrastructure. The ongoing conflict has resulted in devastating consequences, including the recent bombing of the city of Sumy, which killed 35 people and injured 117. The U.S. has been actively engaged in diplomatic efforts to broker a peace agreement, but the lack of progress has led to growing frustration and a willingness to reassess its approach. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo and her ex-husband Ademidun Ojo put aside their differences to celebrate their daughter Priscilla's traditional wedding to Tanzanian music star Juma Jux. The former couple made a heartwarming appearance at the ceremony dressed in matching traditional attire. As they danced together, Iyabo and Ademidun radiated joy and harmony, presenting united fronts for their daughter. Their appearances showcased their commitment to putting their differences aside for the sake of their daughter's happiness. The heartwarming display of unity and love has been widely praised, with many commending Yabojo and her ex-husband for prioritizing their daughter's joy on her special day. And in sport, the semi-final fixture for this year's Europa League have been confirmed following the completion of the quarter-final second legs. Athletic Bilbao will face Manchester United, while Tottenham will take on Bodo Glimt. Atletico Bilbao defeated Rangers 2-0 at home to progress with a 2-0 aggregate win, with goals from Willian Sanchez and Nico Williams. Manchester United, meanwhile, needed extra time to see off Lyon 5-4 on the night and 7-6 on aggregates. Tottenham beat Frankfurt 1-0 in Germany, while with Dominic Solanke scoring the only goal of the night, and to go through 2-1 aggregates. They will now face Bodo Glimt, who eliminated Lazio on penalties. With that, Sports Report end the world news this afternoon. It was edited and produced by Adida Manasaka. On behalf of the news editor, Showa Yulo, I am Richard Ekpo. Do have yourself a wonderful afternoon.
And that was the news on Honor 103.5 FM.